Hey, welcome back. Today is April 18th, Sunday, and on this post, I'll be telling you about the overall crypto markets, which includes Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action very quickly, before diving into Matic, Polygon token, and see what has gone on in here. I'll be telling you about the bullish and bearish case scenarios for today, as well as the short-term price prediction on this market according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Before I begin today, if you guys are enjoying this content, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video, as I'll be keeping you updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you want to support me and don't already have a Webull brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 2 free stocks after you sign up for an account and deposit $100, and I will also receive a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me. Please also read my full disclaimer below. I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. I am purely sharing my own speculations and opinions on this market. I cannot tell you the future, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as it's extremely risky and volatile. If you have any questions or comments, please only leave them in the comment section below, but I'll try my best to get to as many of them as possible. See what's going on in this market very quickly. I've already done a more detailed post on Bitcoin dominance and price action earlier today on my first post. Do take a look at that in more detail. Right now, I'm going to run over it very quickly. Bitcoin dominance down about 0.5%. This breaks down to Bitcoin price action right now down over 6%. Total altcoin market cap now rebounding faster than Bitcoin price action there. Now down over 5% here. Okay. Now this would still be the downside of Bitcoin dominance trending downwards, as I will usually see total altcoin market cap not being affected by Bitcoin as much. I usually emphasize Bitcoin dominance to trend downwards. That's generally speaking better for the altcoins on both the upside and downside. Because conversely speaking, if Bitcoin dominance was trending upwards, Bitcoin pulls back, I could usually expect total altcoin market cap to be pulling back more. Bitcoin dominance here, we have been in a falling wedge pattern, okay, which is generally a bullish pattern. And until we get a decisive weekly candle close below this bottom trend line here, to the point where I cannot adjust it anymore to fit a falling wedge pattern shape, we are still in a falling wedge pattern. If Bitcoin dominance actually breaks to the upside here, that's not as ideal for the altcoins. However, if it breaks to the downside, then yes, that's more ideal for the altcoins. Let's go over to Bitcoin, where we have been seeing bearish divergence for quite some time across quite a bit of time frames, but most notably here on this weekly time frame, because this is the highest of the time frames where I do see it playing out. It has not played out on the monthly time frame there, but it's not something I'll lose track of because it does still have bearish divergence along with being in overbought territory. Do take a look into the monthly time frame and see what has happened every time Bitcoin has gone into very overbought territory on the monthly time frame, as one data point on there is 1 month's worth of time. On this weekly time frame here, we had triple bearish divergence here, and bearish divergence more often than not can still signal a pullback. Okay, we have had 3 higher highs, however 3 lower highs on the RSI, and after each higher high on the price action chart and a lower high on the RSI, we have been followed up by a pullback, okay, or pullbacks. So we have 1 week, 2 weeks, and now we're gonna close this week in a bearish candle, which was what happened last night, depending on where you guys are at, and has dragged quite a bit of the altcoins down with it. Now, if Bitcoin continues pulling back at any time, it could still have a bearish effect on the altcoins. That bearish effect would be greater if Bitcoin dominance is trending higher. Let's go over to Matic. See what has gone on in here. I'm going to take a look from the monthly time frame down to the daily, which I consider to be macro time frames, and see if we have any overbought RSI readings or possible bearish divergence scenarios. Monthly time frame here, we're currently about 92, so that's 92 out of 100. That's still very overbought. Weekly time frame, we're currently about 83. If the price action was to make a higher high here, it does need to beat the last high RSI reading here. Let's see what that is. That's about 93 to negate bearish divergence if the price action was to make a higher high here on this weekly time frame. 3-day time frame, we had bearish divergence on here, okay, higher high compared to this one. However, lower high on the RSI. Now we're seeing that pullback right now. Daily, we also had bearish divergence on here, higher high on here compared to this one. However, lower highs on the RSI. Now see what I could be dealing with here. So on the daily time frame now, I do see a symmetrical triangle pattern with a outlier wick to the bottom there because of that Bitcoin move, that Bitcoin pullback yesterday. So I think it's fair to actually exclude this outlier below this pattern and still say it's a symmetrical triangle pattern. Now, symmetrical triangle patterns, according to Thomas Bukowski and his website, thepatternSite.com, it is a 60% chance of it breaking to the upside. If it breaks the upside, the measure target, which is taken by measuring the opening of the pattern, and then adding back to the expected breakout point, which I would choose to be the absolute apex of this pattern here, will give me a measure target of about just right under 64 cents there. Measure targets. Now, measure targets are theoretical approximate targets only, may actually be different in real life price action, more or less. Let's also take a quick recap of what happened since last time. Since my last post on Matic, I did say there was a symmetrical triangle pattern there. Okay. A smaller symmetrical triangle pattern with the measure target to be about 47 cents, right under. Price action did break down to the downside of that symmetrical triangle pattern. Did get support from about the 30 cents fib level area before continuing upwards and getting rejected at about just right under 47 cents here. Okay. Now, I did update the Fibonacci retracement levels here, reflecting a bottom to be about 18 cents and the top here to be about 50 cents, excluding some outliers above it. Let's take a look into some key supports and resistances relevant to this price action right now. Key resistance above the pattern here would be about 45 cents. I could expect resistance coming from past trading history, from this group of past trading resistance here. Next up, I could expect resistance coming from even shortly after about the 45 to 47 cents here, okay, from past trading resistance. Next up will be about 50 cents to even 55 cents coming from past trading resistance here on this group of wicks. Since we don't have any past trading history but beyond 55 cents here, I could guess from psychological resistance that's round numbers, and if they are 10% increments or around 10% increments, that's more preferable as well. So about 60 cents, I could expect psychological resistance where traders are likely to take profits at round numbers. Let's take a look into key supports. Key supports below this pattern, okay, would be about the 35 cents fib level area. Next up would be about the 30 cents fib level area. Next up, let's see if the 3-day 21 MA is actually, the 3-day 21 MA is actually right at about the 30 cents fib level area. The weekly 21 MA is lagging quite behind, so below 30 cents, I could expect about the 25 cents fib level area here. Let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios here. Bullish case scenario, price action breaks out of the symmetrical triangle pattern and go towards its measured target, mining some of those resistance levels I have just pointed out, as well as that high RSI reading on the monthly time frame. As the higher that becomes, the higher the probability of it pulling back. Okay, and 1 month and one data point on the monthly time frame of pulling back is 1 month's worth of time. Bearish case scenario, price action breaks this bottom trend line here. It looks like the next level of key support, depending on when it actually breaks it, of course, but I think for the most part here towards the apex, I would be looking at about the 35 cents fib level area. If that does not hold, I could potentially be looking up at the 30 cents fib level area, which is also where the 3-day 21 MA is, and seeing if that holds. And now these are my bullish and bearish case scenarios for today. Let me know if you found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know your agreements, disagreements, feedback. I'd love to hear them. Hope you manage your risk carefully, and if you'd like to see any more of my most recently uploaded videos on YouTube, you guys can check out my links up here on YouTube. See you next time.